Hi everyone, Caroline here. So have you ever had a dream where someone from your family or a relative of yours or someone from your lineage or an ancestor came through for you and really gave you a message that changed your life or really uplifted you in some way or something like that? Have you ever had those kinds of dreams or experiences or whatever that are not of this realm? I'm asking about this because I just had a wonderful, amazing dream about a relative of mine who had died. And it was so interesting to me because I was not even close to that person, even though that person was my father's sister. You know how sometimes you have relatives and then you don't even see them. You know, okay, this is my aunt, but I'm not even close to this person because I have had no interaction with that person. You know how weird some families are? Not that there was any kind of tension. There was just no closeness of sorts. So when this person appeared to me in a dream, I was so shocked. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me tell you what happened. So I'm in this dream. I'm not feeling good at all because something has happened and my spirit was so low and I was just, I think, very angry about some things that had been happening within the family or whatnot. It just felt like it was something like that because the people I was seeing in the dream were family members. I'm not really close to all of them, but I know they are some of my cousins and relatives and whatnot. And it was almost like they were ganging up on me for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, oh, innocent Caroline, why would anyone be ganging up on me? You know what I mean? But anyway, they were ganging up on me. So the dream continues and I kind of noticed that some of these relatives are moving in one direction, going towards this woman who is so elegant, so poised, so graceful. She's so well dressed. And I'm kind of looking at this woman and these relatives from far and I'm thinking, these people are probably going to report me to this woman. You know, in my head, I'm thinking they're going to tell that woman something bad about me, but I couldn't recognize the woman. And then all of a sudden, this woman stands up and she calls my name and she starts affirming me. She starts telling me wonderful things, lifting me up, declaring to me who I was. I'm telling you, those words were positive. I started beaming. I'm telling you, man, people should be talking about me like this. You know what I mean? That woman was calling me all sorts of glorious names, reminding me who I am. It's almost like she was telling everybody to recognize who I was. And I was just like beaming, like with joy and just, what? Someone is saying something like absolutely marvelous about me like this in front of this crowd. You know what I mean? My head was growing like, it was the best, I'm telling you. And I saw myself getting up from my slump of depressed energy and whatnot, and I ran towards this woman. And remember, at that point, I still even didn't recognize who she was. And I ran towards this woman and I fell on her bosom and she hugged me. You know what I mean? She gave me a proper hug. I mean, no one has ever hugged me like that. Man, that woman held me until I felt like my cells just tingling. I was like, oh my God, I just felt life coming through me. This is how a hug should be. That woman hugged me. And I looked up at her and then I suddenly recognized that it was my Auntie Grace. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Auntie Grace? You know what I mean? Oh my God. Then I remembered she used to be this elegant woman, you know, when in her lifetime, she was a politician, you know, very elegant, one of the first of women from my country to achieve great things. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my Aunt Grace. And then it occurred to me, oh my God, but you're dead. And the moment I said that you are dead, she looked at me and then she just disappeared and the dream ended. And I realized, oh my God, something happened. First of all, I mentioned she was dead and then that brought me to a sort of awakening consciousness and she disappeared and I woke up. And oh my God, my aunt's gone. But wait, she's imparted something in me. You know what I mean? She came from, you know, those other realms and brought back my spirit and lifted me up and reminded me about who I was. You know how happy I was the next day? I was so happy. I was like, I woke up in the morning, I was like, you know, I felt great. I felt awesome. The power of dreams, the power of energies, the power of lineages, you know, the power of the reminder of your assignment. You're not falling back. You're not going and sinking back in depression. We are coming to remind you of who you are. This is how I felt. Have you ever had those kinds of powerful dreams? You know, I've dreamt about so many of my relatives, like usually when someone passes, I know. Even before that person has passed, I usually have these dreams or I have a visitation from that person. This is how I've been like, over the years. I can always tell when someone has passed. But it has never been anything like this where someone comes with the direct messages that touches my heart and lifts me up and reminds me of who I am. You know what I mean? Not that, I'm whatever, but I know who I am and someone else knows who I am and they're reminding me of who I am. Anyway, have you had such dreams? I'd like to hear about it in the comment section. Until next time, we are loved and supported, and keep dreaming, okay? There are so many ways that information is coming to us to show us how much we are loved, to show us what to do next, where to go next, where we're headed next, and what's happening. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Bye. Love you. Bye.